Hi, I'm Heather Morris, author of The Tattooist of Auschwitz and Silke's Journey. I'm delighted to be here with the readers of Eason and answering your questions on hashtag EasonAsks.
Thanks for your time, Heather. First question, do you enjoy traveling the world while promoting your book?
I love it. I want to be doing it. I should be doing it right now. Unfortunately, Qantas, like every other airline, is grounded. I was meant to have left yesterday to travel to Milan and a 6-week tour of Europe. Not happening. It will.
Next question, what encouraged you to write about such a historical world event?
I didn't have a choice, really. I met the man. I met Lale Sokolov. Once I heard his story, and he wanted it told, I had no choice but to write it. How lucky am I to be able to get these amazing stories of these amazing young people and tell you and everyone who wants to read and hear about them.
Did you foresee how successful The Tattooist of Auschwitz was going to be before publication?
Never in my wildest dreams. I didn't know how to write a book. I had written this story as a screenplay. So when it was initially published, we thought, well, I would self-publish, print 100 copies here in Australia and give them away to my friends. And even when a publisher initially came on board, it was only ever to have it published here in Australia. That it then took off and is now in 55 countries and I think something like 47 different translations is absolutely overwhelming. I'm very, very humbled.
You mentioned you wrote it as a screenplay, or you intended to write it as a screenplay. Brings us into our next question. Would you like your books to reach the big screen?
Not the big screen, but I'm delighted to say it will reach the little screen. It's currently in development in the UK to be a 6-part miniseries, and I could not be happier. Lale would be dancing around this room if he was still with us. Once I convinced him that his story should be told via film, he was on it. He even had to have a say initially in who should play him. For the record, he wanted Ryan Gosling once I told him Brad Pitt was too old. He only ever wanted Natalie Portman to play Gita. Had good taste, didn't he? But yes, things have changed in our world, haven't they? And we will have to wait a little longer for it.
Why do you think so many readers have such an interest in a very sad time in world history?
Look, it was a sad time. It was an evil time. I don't think the readers of my books read it because of the sadness of the time, but for the hope and the love that these stories tell of young people surviving.
Last question before we wrap up. Are you currently writing your next book? If so, do you feel extra pressure given the huge success of both The Tattooist and of Silke's Journey?
It's a funny kind of pressure. My next book, by the way, is a non-fiction book. It's called Stories of Hope. You can go to a website, www.yourstoriesofhope.com, and you will see what the book is about. I will be following it up, by the way, with another story, just like Lale and Gita's, this time about 3 young girls. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to everybody at Eason and the readers in Ireland who have made my book so successful. I look forward to being back in your country as soon as I can get Qantas back in the air. I will be there, and I'll see you then. Thank you.